only one game of playoff hoops on a Thursday night. The Warriors get blown out by the Timberwolves. They get the job done. We're going to get into it right now. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. Levi, the Timberwolves take care of business. They did what the Thunder did and the Celtics and Cavs have been failing to do, which is they beat the team that is worse than them. The Warriors, you can make whatever arguments you want. I don't think anyone can claim that the Warriors without Steph Curry are better than the Timberwolves. Julius Randle played well. Anthony Edwards was okay. Gobert was good defensively. And this was a nice victory for the Timberwolves. I predicted that the Warriors would be playing their bench players by the third quarter. I fell asleep in the first quarter. And
they already had some of their benchers.
So, listen, I would say this was a bad game. And I don't like when this has been a great year in general last year would have been a pretty boring year to have an NBA podcast. Nothing really exciting happened. This was a great year. We had the Luka trade, and we've had historic NBA playoffs, 2 Game 7s in round 1, all these upsets in round 2, potential upsets. And it's just been great having a pod, and sometimes there's nothing to talk about, so then we just talk about how great I am at predicting basketball games.
You're pretty good at it, to be fair. Just a note about the game, it looks a little bit like Jimmy Butler forgot how to be a primary option out there. The Warriors really just don't have a chance unless Steph comes back, and that's unfortunate. Like there's not news to talk about in this game because that's just what it is.
Correct. What else? I think I have Timberwolves in 5 at this point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. What else about this game? I agree with you about Jimmy. He needs to be more like the guy in Miami for these next 2 games, and he wasn't looking for a shot. Really, nobody was looking for a shot. It was kind of like, you take the ball. No, you take the ball.
Potato.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh wait, the shot clock's almost up. Oh, we missed. And yeah, I literally put on the game. I went to sleep after it was the 13-0 run. I was like, nah. And I woke up and I read everything about the game. I watched highlights, but nothing really changed after that 13-0 round.
Yeah, 100%. I think because of the nature of this game, it's okay if we move on to predictions at this point, because there's if the listeners want to watch it back, it wasn't it was just nothing impressive.
Do you want to talk about Nick Wright's take, or should we just move to predictions?
You can talk about Nick Wright's take if you want to go quickly.
I loved his take, which I want to run by you. He had a take, which is I think Nick Wright's a genius, but also sometimes I get annoyed at him. And he said yesterday that not Kobe, it's so confusing. Jason Tatum is the Kobe Bryant of a Paul George type.
So I think that this is one of the most unhinged takes I've heard in my life. I thought about it more. It's like,
wait, but I'm telling you this for the first time.
Yeah, the first time we tried to record this podcast definitely worked great. And
it's for our listeners, I'm just gonna say it. This is our second time doing this. The first time, A, Levy wasn't happy with my energy, and B, I said suck it up, and then he said, well, the audio didn't work, so we have to do it again anyway. So this is our second time.
It wasn't your energy. It was the energy overall. It was like a lot of we were trying to find content to talk about with the Warriors. We wanted something, but there's literally nothing there. It's nothing. It's unfortunate.
I showed up like I was Quinn Post. Just I'm just here to do my job. I'm not here for anything else. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to win you guys games. Just thank you for starting me at center. We're good to go.
I think the Nick Wright take is like I said, one of the most unhinged things I've ever heard in my life. What I will say about Nick Wright is, this is my 2 cents, just so that we can leave our listeners with at least some sort of debate in regards to this. Do you think that he should cut his hair?
I actually like it.
All right. All right, I'm predicting on the other side of that. It's a bit much.
I like it. So
Oh.
Cleveland, Indiana is tonight. We don't have to stop and watch you check if the Cleveland players are injured now.
What do you mean? When did that happen?
That's funny. I have Cleveland winning. I think that they've had Garland, Mobley, and Hunter out last game, and they only lost by 1. They really, really need this, and it would just be. I have Cleveland.
Okay. I think my counterpoint, I think it's Indiana, but my counterpoint is that I think that I was about to say Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell has been taking a lot of the offensive focus. I think his legs being retired. Even if those guys come back, they might not be 100%. I think that it's going to be Indiana, and I think it's going to be crazy in that arena. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy there. Next, OKC, Denver. Who do you have?
OKC. I'm going to put OKC.
Yeah, I also have OKC. There's not too much analysis there. They're just a better team. And Knicks,
I think they're going to try. I think the Nuggets are going to try.
I've moved on to Knicks Celtics lately.
All right, so we're here.
I don't care. I don't care about OKC.
It's all about Knicks Celtics.
I'm so hyped for Game 3. I think the Garden is going to be nuts. For all those listening in Israel, I am DVRing the game. So the game is at 3:30. So in Israel, it will be Saturday night, which means all the Jews in Israel can watch. But the Jews in the U.S. keeping the Sabbath cannot watch until after the Sabbath. So please do not tell me the score.
Minimize our crowd here, by the way. Also, the non-Jews in Israel can watch. Let's not minimize our crowd here.
I don't think we have any non-Jewish listeners in Israel. That would shock me.
I look at the analytics. I don't know, and neither do you.
I know that, but that's all right. It would shock me. I just whatever. You're right. I don't know, but it would shock me. It wouldn't. Anyway, I'm gonna have the Knicks because if a 2-0 lead won't get me to pick the Knicks in a game, what will?
Right. I think to mirror what was said on TNT, I think you also said on the previous time that we recorded this, that is a must-win for the Knicks, and I agree.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you something new that I did not say. We talk a lot of talk about religion on this pod, but the new Pope went to Villanova. Knicks in 4. Knicks in 4. I'm just gonna see by next week there's gonna be a new commercial, and that commercial where they throw Dante the hat.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be the Pope.
I saw that meme and I loved it, and absolutely I hope that it happens. I hope it comes to fruition. It's perfect.
It's gonna be great. I want to congratulate the
Pope.
The Pope, yeah. The Pope just well done, Villanova legend. Okay, that was the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. I want to thank you, Levi, for co-hosting, for producing, and for making us do this again, because it is nothing but perfection here on the NBA Daily Recap podcast. I want to thank the Pope and congratulate the Pope for becoming the Pope. Well done. Conclave, all that. Way to go, man. USA and go Nova. And I want to thank you for listening.